Boom, we are live. We are live. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Draw and Talk. Oh, gotta turn my phone off. Okay, that was stupid. All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Draw and Talk. It's your boy Tyler. You're not gonna see my face today because the camera is pointing right here, and it sucks that I can't show you. I can't flip like the camera thing so you can see because everything's backwards. But today, guys, I want to talk about evolving as an artist, and just like it's how I know a lot of us are scared to put our works out there, but we don't need to be. And I want to use these comics. They're called Smells Like Pulp comics as an example. So I did the art for these. So as you can tell, if you look, this is like a couple years ago. It's like I think this is like 2 years ago. This is what my artwork looks like now. Okay, that's me. I wanted to be the main character. My art looks a lot different now than these pages. And really, even now, my art looks different than these pages. But let's talk about evolving as an artist. So we in the house, we got Specs Vision. How you doing? And we got Justin here. What up, Justin? Hey guys, tomorrow, by the way, we're gonna be probably tomorrow at night. We'll be drawing. I'm gonna be inking some Punisher pages, hopefully, and if possible, yeah, I'll show you guys. So, guys, I want to talk to you guys about this comic. It's Smells Like Pulp comics. It's by Todd Goodman, and then I was the artist. No, I wasn't the original artist. I was actually the new artist. So this is the original. This is issue number 1 right here. I need to figure out how to freaking switch this up. I don't like it. This is issue number 1. Art by Kusuk Kundu. What I like about each comic is that there's a characters page. So if you look right here though, look at that. That's one of the main characters, and that's one of the main characters. Okay. Now look how I draw them. Okay. This is be huge. Okay. So when Todd Goodman hit me up, he said, "Hey, I want you to draw Smells Like Pulp comics number 2," and I said, "Yeah, let's do it." And so I said yes, and he sent me this. He sent me this comic. That was the first issue, and so I was like, okay. And I remember I flipped through it and I read the story. It's a super funny story. It's a commentary. It's about these 2 comic book creators, and it's a commentary on basically what it's like to be a comic creator. But I remember I was looking at this art, and I was like, there's no way that I'm going to be able to replicate this. And I remember struggling with that idea of, how am I going to replicate this? And this was my very first paid gig. This was my very first paid, guys. It's my very first paid gig. I'd never done a paid art gig before. So I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I was freaking out. Specs Vision says, you complain about your art, but you got to remember people paid you for work, so it was good to them. So don't put down yourself. Yeah. I'm really proud of this, by the way, guys. I'm really proud of what I did, but I learned a lot. This is why this is about. So this is my very first paid gig ever as an artist. So, so this was the very first page I did. And right here, because the camera's inverted, I'll have to figure out how to do that. It's called the story was called Magic Baby, and I was trying to emulate the other person, even though I did not know how to do it. I tried to emulate their style, even though I couldn't do it. I mean, this is nice to look back on now because the perspective in this entire comic is so off. I mean, look at that. That's a square, but then it's like a huge rectangle. This is just flat. There should be but so it's fun to look at. I gave it my all, guys. By the way, I gave this my all. So this is my first gig, and throughout it, throughout it, I just was not comfortable doing this. I was trying to emulate it, the other one, the whole time, and I think it got to around. It was this page. Yeah, I got around to this page, and that's when I messaged Todd, and I was like, Todd, I don't think I can do this anymore. And he's like, why? And I was like, he's like, I like your art. And I was like, yeah, but I'm just not emulating the first artist, like, at all. Like, there's such a difference. And then he was like, and this is what stuck with me. And this is what changed everything, was he said, Tyler, I'm not paying you to draw like the other person. I'm paying you to draw like you. And that meant a lot to me. And so that's when I got a little more comfortable. So like everything here was pretty like flat. And then I was like, okay, he said that. I then did this page. I got a little more excited. So I started, putting in my own kind of cartoony characters around here. And then I started having some fun with it. I still wasn't very comfortable with doing the backgrounds and whatnot. And I wasn't as scared anymore. And I started adding more expressions to their faces, started, getting really into like creating the characters. And this, I started getting even more comfortable. And, right here, I tried creating a comic book store and adding some random characters. And then this was their kitchen. And at this point, I was super comfortable with my art style at the time. Did this kitchen. I was so proud of this kitchen, guys. I was so proud of this shot as well, of him eating. And then I sent it to him, and then I did this cover. What's this from? It's that Keanu Reeves movie. Bill and Ted? I don't know. So yeah. So that was issue number 2, and I was super comfortable. And then I think probably like a couple months later, he then had me do issue 3. Check this out, guys. This is the unreleased Frank Miller edition. I think I'm the only one that has the copy of it. Pretty cool, right? Justin says, I'm gonna send you a pic of the Wendigo I've been doing. Then you ambush streaming every day is the best work I do. That's good. That's true. Every day is the best work that I do. Exactly. Every page should be the best page that you're doing. That's why, I want to make that mug, that draw and talk mug that says, you're one page closer. Because every single day, we're one page closer from reaching our goals, working with someone that we want. It's awesome. So this is issue 3. I went into it and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do better than issue 2. I am going to work my butt off. And I'm going to do better. And so, if you just look at like the cover, I was so much more comfortable drawing this. I had improved. And here's the thing, guys. I'm glad that you can see that there's an improvement from issue 2 and issue 3, because it shows that there's an improvement. Remember, I said in the previous stream, like Charlie Adler, the artist of Walking Dead, he wants people to see him improve issue to issue on Walking Dead. Otherwise, there's no point, he says. So here's the cover. And let's see. Okay, so right here, I'm getting a little more into drawing backgrounds. I still have no idea about how to use perspective correctly. I'm adding more people per panel. Even right here, I try to add some background. And if you just look at it, I'm so much happier. I was so much happier drawing this comic than I was the other one. Just because of what Todd said. He hired me not for the other artist's art, but he hired for my art. Even this, there's not a lot, I didn't have to draw these people, but I did. And this is such a fun, guys. This is such a fun comic. There's Power Girl and Supergirl, and these two guys. They see them at a Comic Con. They try to freaking hang out with them, and he cock blocks them. And like, there's another attempt of me drawing a background. What happened here, though? I don't know what happened here. And then this guy who cosplays as their character, the Cosmic Avenger, he actually does some superhero and like I put more people in it, and I was getting better at my coloring. This was my first time drawing a car. And I guess this right here is a lot more different than my stuff right here. It's a lot different style. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with growing as an artist. I mean, this style is what I did 3 years ago, 2 years ago. This is my style currently, and I'm probably with these Punisher pages, I'm going to try to do something else. And that's, I guess, the point of this is that we as artists, there's nothing wrong with us. There's nothing wrong with us, trying to get better. There's nothing wrong with us trying out different styles. You should want to try to use a different style. If you're not trying different styles, you're not going to know what works with you the best and what you enjoy. I was stuck on this kind of style for 3 years, and it was working with me. I mean, I got like a school scholarship with this style. I got a couple of cartooning awards with this style. I got a ton of paid gigs with this style. But then one day, and I'm serious, guys, there's even a Draw and Talk episode. It's like early Draw and Talk episode. It's actually when this channel was called Fictional Reality. And if you go to one of the earlier videos and it says the fire episode, I don't know. Basically, what it was a couple nights before is I was complaining to myself, not on the channel. I was complaining that I was not happy with the style. People weren't paying me anymore. And I felt like I hadn't leveled up. I was so comfortable with this style that I wasn't leveling up. And so what I decided to do was I had an idea on how I could, draw something. And it was like 10 p.m. at night. And I was like, I'm going to quit comics, but let me try out the style one last time. So what I did was I grabbed what I did was I grabbed movie stills. So if you guys have ever seen the movie The Town, I grabbed movie stills from that movie. So this is the opening of that movie right here. There's like one of the first scenes, and then I took another clip from that scene, another clip. I literally took it, and then I drew over it for these 4 pages. I changed a little bit. Like, they're supposed to be wearing like nun. If you've seen that movie, they're wearing like nun outfits and like robes. I changed the characters and what they looked like. But yeah, this is straight from The Town, and I drew these first 7 pages. And I used photo reference, and I was like, okay, that was cool. And so then I was like, okay, I was like, what can I do? What can I do now? And so I then took a picture of myself in a car. So I took myself I did 2 pictures of me in a car, and I came up with this. And then I, took some other selfies of pictures of me like this. And then I started. So then after that, I bought some 3D models, and I started tracing over them and putting them into this. And I started getting a little more comfortable, and I went to a bar and I took a picture of this and I drew over it. So I started doing that, and that's how I kind of gained this style. Now, hold on real quick. Let me get that piece of paper out. Now, however, with that, because of this style, by the way, guys, because of this style, I then started learning how to do perspective better. I started learning how to draw buildings. I started learning how to penciling and ink better. If you ever see me like draw traditionally, or like on Drawn and Quartered, because of this style of me learning through digital photo reference and 3D models, I'm able to draw a little better. So now, let me pull this up. So right here, all right, this is my Punisher page. Here, let me grab a pen. Okay, so this is my Punisher page. I went to freaking Office Depot, and this is supposed to cover this entire page. Here's another one. It was supposed to cover this whole thing, and they're like, we can only do it like this size. So I'm going to a different place tomorrow. But right here, okay, I was able to digitally draw their body. There's the face, and then let's draw Frank Castle real quick. Let's see. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm just doing this really fast because I'm going to be throwing away this piece of paper. So this is probably not what it's going to look like in the end. Because I'm going so fast. I just want to show you guys, because I've been practicing different styles, it helps me. It's helped me a lot. So let's see, we'll give them some bandages. Justin says, I told you before, and I don't kiss ass just because you have a unique style. Good stuff. It doesn't have a Sean Phillip feel. Exactly, And I learned the photo reference thing from Sean Phillips. When he was doing Kill or Be Killed, he used a ton of photo reference. And if you know what he looks like, he's in the comic a bunch. He's in the comic a bunch. All right, let's see. Massive Panda. I got some 11x17 prints done through Office Depot last minute before a show because my local printer was closed. Their 11x17 prints were smaller than the ones I usually get at the other place. Exactly. And I don't understand why. These local printers, they can do so much better stuff. It's ridiculous. And they were like, I went there this morning and they're like, you have to do it in a PDF form. And I was like, my local printer, I can just send them a JPEG, and they got me. And he's like, not for us. And I'm like, you guys probably have way more expensive stuff than the local printer. Let's see, where do you get stills from? Dude, I was just taking pictures of them from my phone. Or if you have a Mac, it has the screen capture. I was doing a ton of that. And I can't remember the last time that I screen grabbed something, but it helps because you can what you can do is you can screen grab. Here, I'll show you real quick. Let me finish this panel. If you guys know Nasser, who he is, so Nasser was making fun of me the other day. He's like, Tyler's got a show called Draw and Talk with no drawing. And that's another problem, though, guys, by the way, with this size, is this panel is so freaking tiny. I might have to get some microns, even though I freaking hate them. But this panel should be way bigger. And I'm going so fast so don't worry. I'm going to be redoing this panel at the time. We have Britton in the house. What's up, Britton? This is Punisher. I'm drawing. This is Punisher real quick. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, there you go. Can you guys even see it? Oh man, that freaking glitter. Because girls like you. Okay, stay right there. Don't move. All right, let's see. Sorry. So guys, so right there, because there we go. So because I was able to do photo reference stuff and I learned it, and through my digital artwork, I was then able to learn how to do, this kind of artwork. And Punisher should have freaking Stubble is a hard life. And then what we'll do is we'll add some shadows, and I'm just going to use a Sharpie for now. Don't ever use you can use Sharpies when you're doing artwork, but it does it doesn't last very long. The black turns blue, but I do like the smell of it. Okay, let's see. Okay. We'll just add some blacks right here. All right, let's see. That dry brush effect. Oh, so man, I smeared it with my finger over here. That's fine. Okay, let's see right here. All right, there we go. So there we go. So this is going to be the kind of style that I'm going to send to Marvel. See if they, see if they like this. And I'm going to really put my all in these pages. I'm going to take a little bit more time than me just really quickly, trying to draw this for you guys. This pen is running out of ink. Frickin' A. All right. There we go. Are we streaming? Yeah, we're still streaming. So this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Okay. So let's get into the chat real quick. Spec says you can do 2 cameras on Google Hangouts, your phone on the artwork, and your stationary camera too. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm not using Google Hangouts. I'm using the what's it called? I'm using the Google camera. My bad. So real quick, let me show you how you can. Let's pretend that this. Let's pretend that this is a still right here. Let's pretend that this right here is a camera still. All right, it's not. What you can do is you take the camera still, and what you can do is you can break it down. Okay, so you go, okay, there's the person's face, and they're looking up. Okay, and what you do with these camera stills is you just learn the breakdown of what's going on with their bodies. Yeah, if you guys can see that. So and there's their arm. And because of the movement, her torso is actually going like this. Elbow. There. Pelvis. Right there. So with these stills, you can break down a page, basically. On how they do it. There's that body. Okay, let's say this was a still. Okay, you can get the perspective. Where's my ruler? You can learn how to do the perspective from here. So, you grab this, and you could learn how to do like vanish. So like this, you just break it all down. Okay, let's see. Because girls like. So that somewhere at this point there's a vanishing point somewhere over here. So that's like that's a plus of doing it like this. I don't know if you can see it. So there, look right here. If you were to pretend that this was a movie still, you pause it and then you just break it down. How did they create this panel or how did they create this person? Same thing with let's use this panel right here for example. Okay, face. Okay, that backs. There's a spine, arms, There's the elbow going in. Boom, elbow. You can't see that. Boom, pelvis. Boom, legs. And then all you have to do is just recreate it. Boom, right there. Okay, that's what you do. Even if it was a movie still, and you can do that with every single one of these people. All right, just you go, okay, there's their head, there's their neck. There's that. Break every person down. So, yeah, guys, and that's just another way that you can evolve your art. You know, there's nothing wrong with this. Is nothing wrong with it. You know, this is 21st century. And then now, you know, moving on to being able to draw something like this. So, yeah. If any of you guys have any questions about this, let me know in the chat real quick, and I can say something. Also, in the link down in the description, check out Demons Volume 2 on Indiegogo. We are $1,200 away from giving everyone trading cards. So super pumped about that. So I'm going to move the camera real quick towards me because I'm on the YouTube camera. Boom. All right. Because girls like... What do you guys think of that song by Maroon 5? All right. So... yeah, guys, that's how I evolved as an artist. You know, one of these days, maybe I'll do, you know, I'll show you guys like a couple of my very first comics I did. But you should always be evolving, as an artist. You should always be trying to get better and trying new things. This whole, you know, digitally penciling everything, printing it out on 11x17, and then traditionally inking over it. I've never done that before. I've done that once. I did it for someone. I did it for a commission, but I've never done it before on sequential pages. And I haven't drawn traditionally a sequential page in like freaking forever. So, yeah, I haven't done it. So, we got Specs Vision. I'm going to do the 100 package soon so I can get some artwork. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, you know, in that when I send out the surveys, you just let me know what you want, what like superhero or supervillain you want me to draw. And or if it's your character, I'll draw it. You just have to send it to me beforehand. And yeah, I'll show you what kind of the artwork will look like. These are, so it'll be like black and white stuff. So here's this. So this was a blade commission. I stabbed a knife through it by accident. There's a Batman. Let's see. Come on, focus. There we go. There's Batman right there. There's Dr. Doom taking out Mr. Fantastic. This is going to go to a special Demons backer. I think I haven't picked them out yet. And then this is from this week's, what's it called? Drawn and Quartered. There's Galactus and Terrax. I'm going to draw a different Galactus probably sometime this week. And Specs Vision says, how do you know when I purchase it? It'll tell you. It sends me a message when people back it. You just have to let me know. You just have to let me know what you want me to draw. And then and if you guys are interested in any of that original artwork, just let me know. I'm selling all those originals. They're $100 each for the original artwork. And then I'm also going to create prints from there. And when my Indiegogo campaign is done, I'm going to be then focusing on my store, which is drawandtalkcomics.storenvy.com. But right now, guys, right now I'm really promoting this in Demons Volume 2 Indiegogo. Justin Ori says, anybody can have this sick Wendigo drawing. You just got to come pick it up. It's awesome. And you know what, guys? I love seeing people's artwork. I love seeing people grow as artists. My friend Justin, you know, seeing his art evolve has been freaking awesome because he's killing it. He's doing such a good job. Justin's the reason why that I draw traditionally. It's because he just showed me how awesome it is and how I need to start getting back into it. And I know it was a crux for me. Digital is a crux because you can do so many cool different things. But that's why we gotta try new things. I've been so focused on just doing digital stuff for like the last 3 or 4 years, and now that I'm doing traditional stuff more, my art's changing and it's improving, I think, and it gets me excited to draw. So guys, always just try to level up as an artist. Try to figure out how you can do better. And we as artists, we as creators, we as human beings, we're constantly trying to find different ways that we can just stay in our zone because we don't want to change. But change is good. So yeah, if you guys didn't watch the stream, go back, check it out. Make sure to like this as well. But yeah, Smells Like Pole Comics #2. I was so nervous doing this comic, and then Todd Goodman said, I hired you for your art, not the previous artist. And then, from then on, this artwork got better in this book. This book was way better than the second book. And then I've just strived ever since then to keep leveling up as an artist. Christopher C says, gotta level up. Loot boxes have extra XP. Maybe that should also be a mug. Or maybe I'll do a printout, an 11x17 print, how to level up as an artist. Those sound like good ideas. So yeah, So yeah, I gotta go. Let's see. Coffee says, good on you for getting Allie that stuff printed though. Oh, good on you for getting all that stuff printed though. Well, the nice thing is that these are my comp copies. So Todd Goodman sent me these. So he's like, hey, thanks for getting me the book. Here's your copies, and he sent me some copies. I'll show you guys this kids comic I did with John Holland called Boxy, but I sold out on every copy. I think I sold over 100 copies of those at a con different cons last year, so I'm out of those books. I think we're creating issue 3 later this year, so that's exciting. I have a whole stack of comics over there that I've worked on. I make sure that I get a comp of most comics that I work on. Let's see. Christopher C. Dyslexia. Yeah, I had some dyslexia. Well, I'm trying to read the chat via my phone because right now on the YouTube thing, I'll show you guys. So this is the YouTube creator thing right here, and it's not showing any of the chats. So I don't know what else. I don't know what the heck's going on. So, all right. So this is what we're gonna do. We are gonna end. I don't have dyslexia, Britain. All right, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna end the stream with just saying, go check out Demons Volume 2 Indiegogo. Link down in the description. If we can get to $3,000 by the end of this, I just want us to. If we can get to $3,000, everyone who ordered a physical book is gonna get 3 exclusive Indiegogo trading cards. We're gonna have Ace Carter. We're going to have Chloe, and then we're going to have Leviathan or John the Revelator. Still trying to figure out what's going to be on the trading cards. And then after that, at the 5,000 level, we're going to get stickers, and then we're going to do a director's cut PDF. So I'm going to show you guys the black and white art as well as the sketchbook. And then 7,000, everyone gets an 11x17 poster, 10,000, we'll do the draw and talk mug, and then 12,000, I will draw a new 12-page story for Demons that I wasn't planning on doing, but I have written. I will just be the artist. Remember, guys, I think it's talked about on someone's stream, but I had written 5 filler issues to talk about what happened in between volume 1 and volume 2 to make it like so that the story would be filled up more. And I paid 5 different artists for their first pages. So I paid for 5 first pages from people, and then get this, they all ran away with my money. I've never seen artwork from any of those 5 scripts. All 5 of those artists agreed to do stories for me. I told them I had the money. I did have the money. I outpaid them all for the first page, and then they bounced with my dough. And then I was just like, screw it. I'm just going to work with Travis on volume 2. So Specs Vision says, would you do crossovers? There's actually a crossover in volume 2. It's with a character called Hollow Girl. And the story is called Hollow Girl versus Demons. The Hollow Girl is a character created by Luke Cooper. And because of that crossover, she is now officially part of the Demons universe. So yeah, I'm open to do crossovers. But my story with Demons is done. It's come to a close. Demons Volume 3 is the end of the story, and I closed it off to make sure that there's no more that I can do with those characters. With some of them, I guess. Massive Panda says, those people are giving artists a bad name. Shame on them. I would never do something like that. I know. Yeah, I know. It's so unprofessional. It's so unprofessional because there's so many people who are like, there's so many people out there that want to make comics and they're not able to because they're scared to pay money to these artists, and there's and then you're like, okay, and then when they're like, people are like, no, you gotta trust artists, and so you finally do, and then they run off with your money. I lost hundreds of dollars paying 5 artists at the same time because I was like, okay, I have enough money, I can do this, it's gonna work. Didn't work. It sucked so bad. I'm pretty pissed about it still. So that's why I stuck with Travis for Demons Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3. The only other artist I've ever paid for a long-term project is Joe Wong, and we created a story called Entity, and it is a sci-fi story. It's a 100-page sci-fi comic. So probably once Demons is done, I will then I got a print run of like 30 of those, and then I sold out of all of them at a con, the graphic novel. So hopefully after Demons, I'll figure out what I can do with Entity. Let's see. Massive Panda says, oh, Christopher C says, new merch idea, t-shirts made of their skin. Oh man, I can't. Yeah. Oh, Hannibal would eat them. So I don't know who would do the skin thing. Maybe Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, it's just jacked up. And then Justin Ori says Entity looks sick. Yeah, if for those of you who were who backed Demons Volume 1 on Kickstarter, I sent everyone the first 20 pages of Entity. So that's probably that's probably after Demons Volume 3. I'll then do a campaign for Entity. And then after that, I'm done with all my old works. And then hopefully by then, guys, I really hope that when I show Marvel these pages, I hope this is good. I mean, this is a crappy, this is a rushed panel, but how does my Punisher look? Does he look convincing? I mean, this is just him at a bar, chilling. But I mean, there's gonna be my bar scene. I have to ink all that. Once I get a better page. But I don't know. Does that look like Punisher? I mean, I figured you can't give him the skull on the on his shirt when he's out in public, because then people are like, it's the Punisher. Christopher C says, so you will be available for hire soon? No, let me show you why. Give me a second. Okay, so he needs the headband. So I'm always available for hire. You always have to let me know. So if you wanted me to do a commission, hit me up, and I can do a commission for you. Super easy. If it's a comic, we have to plan that a little more ahead. So for example, here I'm going to unveil this to you guys right now. If you guys saw my Twitter, you saw that I'm now working on that. I'm working on this book called Undead Row. It's a 140-page graphic novel. This is just a prototype of the very first 40 pages that Wes Nadell printed. I can now show people this cover. And it's with my current digital style of artwork. Okay. I'm only like 55 pages into this. So I still have like 80 to 90 more pages to do for this book. So once I'm finished with that book, the next book that I'm going to be working on, currently, if things change, it's totally fine, is Glass Lake with Justin Ory. It's a 24-page one-shot, and I've read the script. It's beautiful. It's awesome. I'd be honored to be the artist of it. But, if Justin's plans change, if he wants to draw it or if he wants to work with another artist, that's his prerogative. But that's the next one that I have, like, currently in my slate of planned things that I want to do if Justin wants me to do that book. But I probably won't be able to touch that till like June or July. And then after that, I might be working with John Holland on Box C issue number 3. It's a kid's comic. And probably the only reason why that I'm doing that comic is because the second one ended on a cliffhanger, and I want to turn it into a printed graphic novel so I can go give it out to some schools. Because it's a kid's comic. It's really good. But here's another thing, guys, with my plans. I'm really hoping that these sample pages, impress someone at either Marvel, Valiant, Dark Horse. I really hope that they impress, people there, so that, I'd rather work with Marvel or for Marvel than like Valiant. But I like Valiant. I actually read a couple of their Valiant comics this weekend. Super cool. I actually really liked some of the stuff. I love indie comics. Indie comics are so cool. But for me, the next set of leveling up that I want to do, this style of art is my next level up. This is going to get me so much XP. And then hopefully after that, maybe I can land a pro gig. And who knows what's going to happen if I were to land a pro gig. But that is my goal. But like I said, that's just like the big picture goal. But I figured, I send in some Marvel sample pages. Why not? You got time. Justin says, yeah, script's complete, but I'll wait for you to get closer to finishing Undead Row first. Otherwise, I'll send Britton after you. And then Britton says, don't forget us if you get famous. I'm not going to get famous, but I'll always remember you. Christopher C says, Bloodshot is my jam. And then Jeff Lemire's run is Orgasms. You spelled orgasms wrong, Britton. I really enjoyed the Valiant, and and here's the thing is, who the current editor is? It's Heather Antos. You know who was on my show? Heather Antos. You know who DMs her from time to time? Me. Who do I do? Heather Antos. And so maybe I'll hit her up because I have her email address. I have her personal email address, and maybe I can just send her and be like, hey, what do you think of these? Like, could I talk with someone? And we'll see how that goes. Oh, orgasmic. Gotcha. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Those are the plans. And the reason why I have these plans is I'm just constantly trying to evolve my art. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get better at writing. I'm trying to get better at drawing. You know, I would hope that this panel looks better than all of this book. I hope that this panel, oh man, I hope that this panel looks better than this entire book. That's what I hope. That is what I hope. And you know why? It's because, you know, I hope that 2 years of drawing that I've improved. Oh my gosh, I mean, I think I gave this guy boobs. Yeah, maybe look at this. Hold on. Right here where my finger is. Look at that. He has a boob. He legit has boobs. Oh my gosh. Bryn says, kind of looks like a mix of you and older, gruffer Frank from Punisher Max. Look at that. He's got boobs. Well, this is supposed to be the Punisher. I just gave him my haircut. So, yeah. Maybe I'm supposed to look like an older, gruffer Frank from Punisher Max. So yeah, guys. Demons Volume 2, Indiegogo. Please check it out. Remember to like this video. That it's I don't know why. I think it's cute when people do that. It's nice. Real quick, let me give you guys want to see like a tour of this room real quick? I'm gonna do it probably just in a different video. Okay. Everybody says draw and talk. This is where all like the art crap is. Under here is where most of my other art stuff is. All right. There's the drawing desk. And then in this closet is crap and packaging materials. And that closet, there's where Demons Volume 1 boxes are and some other packaging crap. So there's all my bookcase. There's where all my comics are, my guitar. It's actually my brother's guitar. There's a bunch of like Nerf weapons. And then there's like the pistol that you see in every one of my comics right here. Because I don't know if I like to Jack Bauer it with my guns. Where's the porn hidden? That closet. No, I'm just joking. There's the digital workspace. There's my wife. She left a bunch of notes and sticky notes for me. Over here. I'm going to be replacing that printer though soon with a new scanner. This shelf right here, that one on the right with that comic, the stack comics. Those are all the comic books that I've worked on, plus all the indie comics that I've bought. Yeah, some more like photo stands and whatnot. Maybe do a better video on that next time. So, hey guys, that's. You guys hear that wind? It's nice. So, all right, guys, if you haven't backed Demons Volume 2 on Indiegogo, please check it out. Link down in the description. And then Christopher, just no one get. Okay. And I guess the message for today, the message for this wasn't supposed to be a long live stream. Unfortunately, but not unfortunately, but it did become a long live stream. Basically, overall, if you stuck around this much, I want you guys to evolve as artists. I want to evolve as an artist. I want to become better. I hope that you guys want to become better. And I hope that we all help each other become better. That's what's most important, is all of us helping each other get better and making indie comics. The point of this channel is to help everyone. So someone said I should do like drawing tutorials, like how to draw a head and crap. What do you guys think about that? Should I add some how-to stuff? Justin says, I'm not leaving even when you shut the stream down. So, because I actually, I had a lot of fun traditionally drawing that freaking Frank panel. I had a lot of fun doing that. So, all right, guys, I'm going to peace out. Remember to hit the subscribe button, like the stream, comment. Nasser, taking a 5-minute break from writing. Is this the one where Tyler draws? Nasser, you missed it all. Oh my gosh, Nasser, you missed it. I drew this panel from my Punisher sample pages I'm sending to Marvel. This is just this is not the actual page I'm sending to Marvel, but I wanted to show them that I could actually draw on the stream. I even said, guys, Nasser makes fun of me because I don't draw on the stream. So I'm going to draw this panel for you right now. So there is my Punisher panel that I drew just for you, Nasser. Just for freaking you. So you guys, rewatch the stream, rewatch this episode if you guys want to see the inside of these old comics that I worked on. Smells Like Pulp Comics. Tomorrow we're going to be drawing. Tomorrow I'm probably going to be doing a stream where I'm going to get a better version of this digital pencils. It's going to be from it's going to be like actual the size, like freaking Office Depot. Like why do they print it off like this? Like there's so much like dead space. I don't like it. So I think I can see Frank's butt crack. Yeah, right there. Or yeah, right there. When I broke the scene down. So yeah, guys, that's what I'm up to. Peace out, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Remember, Demons Volume 2, if we can get to $3,000, we're going to do some trading cards. It's going to be super awesome. So, campaign's down in the description below. You guys have a good Sunday. And we are out.